दोस्तों इस क्लास में आपको डिक्टेशन दूंगा मैं 100 WPM पर एसएससी और DSSB के लिए जो स्पेशल मैटर मैंने तैयार किए हैं उसकी आपको डिक्टेशन प्रोवाइड कर रहा हूं 100 WPM पर। बी रेडी फॉर इट। The Finance Commission's grants to urban local bodies are very crucial for the development of public amenities in the municipalities. Under 14th Finance Commission, the total grant given to the urban local bodies was rupees 3000 crore, and out of this rupees 581 crore are still pending. The government of Andhra Pradesh has submitted the required utilization certificates for the released grants and also demonstrated compliances for all reforms stipulated by the Central Finance Commission, that is, up to date annual accounts and improvement in municipal revenues. These amounts are very crucial to develop infrastructure, roads, water supply, protection of open spaces, and development of playgrounds. The state of Andhra Pradesh is facing severe financial stress due to bifurcation and COVID-19 pandemic. Hence, I would request the central government through you, sir, to release the pending rupees 581 crore at the earliest. Sir, my parliamentary constituency is called the 2nd Banaras. It is situated at the confluence of the rivers Tel, Ong and Mahanadi. The districts under my constituency have several ancient temples of historical, architectural and religious importance dating from the 8th to the 13th century, including Samadhi Pitha of the famous poet saint of Odisha, whose poem is also inscribed in our parliament, as well as the United Nations organization, ancient prehistoric caves where the goddess has been worshipped by the tribal people since time immemorial. There are many temples in these districts. These temples need to be prescribed and preserved and developed into places of heritage and religious tourism, which will help the economy of the districts and generate employment opportunities. As we all know, Balangir is an aspirational district. Both these districts are home to the famous Sambalpuri weavers. I would request the Honorable Minister of Tourism to include these two districts of Odisha under the Swadesh Darshan scheme as heritage, spiritual or rural circuit. I would like to draw the attention of this House to the recent controversies regarding censure of free speech by social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter and their affiliates in India. This poses a significant constitutional challenge not only on the grounds of unreasonable restriction of free speech but also amounts to illegal interference during elections. Sir, Facebook, Twitter and similar foreign social media platforms claim themselves to be intermediaries under the IT Act. However, the key element of this definition is that the role of the intermediaries is limited to processing, storing and transmitting data of third-party users and does not include intervention on the content of the users. Therefore, Section 79 of the IT Act provides these intermediaries exemption from any liability. An intermediary receives protection that a regular publisher does not receive. While this is the explicit spirit of the statute, the Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines rules while laying down what sort of third-party content may be prohibited by the privacy policy of the intermediary go far beyond the scope of Article 19 of the Constitution, read with Section 79 and 69 of the IT Act. These guidelines are not only ultra vires the parent statute but also unconstitutional, as the grounds they provide for are so wide that they will fail the standards of constitutionality set out by the Supreme Court while striking down Section 66 of the IT Act. They are problematic because they empower private foreign enterprises performing essentially a public function to act as censors of free speech without government oversight, thus effectively and severely impacting safeguards of fundamental right to free speech. I therefore urge the government to repeal such unconstitutional guidelines and issue new ones to govern social media platforms, thereby protecting the fundamental right to free speech of our citizens, especially those of the nationalistic approach. Honorable Speaker, Sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak during the 0 hour. Sir, I wish to bring to the notice of the government the urgent need for carrying out its instructions issued nearly 2 years back to shift the unit of Assam Rifles from the heart of Aizawl, the capital of Mizoram, to their designated location on the outskirts of the city. The Ministry of Home Affairs, in their office memorandum to the Assam Rifles dated 19 February 2019, had directed the oldest paramilitary forces in the country to shift their units from the capital city. Regretfully, this direction of the ministry has so far not been carried out. The Assam Rifles have been handed over as many as 289 buildings out of 327 buildings constructed for them for shifting their units, and an approach road has already been made for them. There have been undesirable incidents in the past between the paramilitary forces and the civilians in the capital city. The tragic incident of firing on civilians in 1988 following an altercation between the paramilitary forces and civilians are still fresh in memory. 10 persons lost their lives in that unfortunate incident. These types of unfortunate incidents should be avoided at all costs. There have been recent instances of misunderstanding and altercation as well. These types of incidents have to be avoided at all costs. Sir, I would like to request the central government to positively ensure that the units of Assam Rifles are expeditiously shifted out of the city to avoid any possible friction and misunderstanding in the future. Honorable Speaker, Sir, I thank you for giving me an opportunity to raise a very important matter relating to my constituency, and this is regarding the upgradation of state highways to national highways. Sir, first of all, I am very grateful to the Honorable Prime Minister and the Honorable Minister of Road Transport and Highways for sanctioning the upgradation of National Highway 63 into 4-lane, which is near completion. The department concerned has already submitted the DPR to the central government. In the interest of the welfare of the state and also to meet the demands of the public and farmers, it is very much necessary to upgrade the following state highways into national highways. In order to explore newer markets for the fruits, strengthening of road transport is very much necessary. दोस्तों इसी के साथ ये डिक्टेशन फिनिश होती है और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है आप लोगों ने इसे अच्छे से लिखा होगा। ये पूरी एक सीरीज़ मैंने नई स्टार्ट करी है जिसमें काफ़ी सारे मैटर्स मैं आपको प्रोवाइड करूँगा। कोई एक फिक्स तो नंबर नहीं है कि कितनी डिक्टेशंस आपको दे पाऊँगा इस सीरीज़ में, लेकिन कोशिश रहेगी कि जब तक स्किल टेस्ट नहीं हो जाता तब तक आपको मैं डिक्टेशंस इस सीरीज़ में प्रोवाइड करूँ ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा। ठीक है, आप बस मेहनत कीजिए। अगर कुछ एक वर्ड मैंने गलत इसमें रीड किए होंगे तो उसके लिए मैं माफ़ी चाहूँगा पहले से ही। और इसकी स्पीड में काफ़ी फ्लक्चुएशंस आपको देखने को मिली होंगी जो कि जानबूझ के मैंने की है। स्टार्टिंग में स्पीड थोड़ी स्लो है, बीच में काफ़ी फास्ट की गई है, मतलब स्पीड उस समय 110 के आसपास गई होगी और फिर दोबारा 100 पे स्पीड आई एंड देन लास्ट में फिर दोबारा 105 के आसपास स्पीड गई है। सो ओवरऑल स्पीड इसकी 100 से थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा 101 102 के आसपास रही होगी। मुझे उम्मीद है कि अगर आप लोग ग्रेड सी की स्किल टेस्ट की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो आपको ये मैटर बहुत ज़बरदस्त लगा होगा और बहुत ही अच्छे से आपने इसे लिखा होगा। आप कमेंट सेक्शन में मुझे ज़रूर बताइएगा आपकी मिस्टेक्स कितनी आई, आपको दिक्कतें क्या क्या आ रही हैं और मैटर आपको कैसा लगा। अगर ऐसे मैटर आपको और चाहिए तो मैं और मैटर्स भी इसी तरीके से अरेंज करूँगा आपके लिए। आपसे मुलाकात करूँगा मैं अगली क्लास में अगली ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के साथ। तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर।